Hey Jade,
Hi.
what are you doing?
Looking at boobs. Please close the door. Right? They look like mine, only less. Oh my gosh, she has the same cut as my. The same pubic hair design.
What's it look like, Jade?
That. God. Holy fuck. I am such a lesbian. I like the dick. Sir. My wife is Roman Catholic and attends church every Sunday, which is fine. But after 13 years of marriage, she has stopped giving me oral sex. You can't do that. Oral sex is like the best part of sex. Because she says the priest told her it is a sin. I asked her to show me where in the Bible oral sex is forbidden. She says it doesn't matter, it's what she believes. What is your take?
What's your take, Jade?
Well, I won't read. So, is this turning into a sex advice?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
You love that anyway. That's like your thing.
Yeah. I know. The thing is about the Bible, as far as I personally know, the only thing that they say is actually wrong is sodomy, which, if you know, is like buggery. It's like penis and butthole. That is a sin. Well, actually, now that I think of it, they consider any sex that isn't missionary a sin. Not necessarily the Bible, but the Pope, who, you know, is God's person. But I don't...
His person.
Well, you know, he talks through him or something. That's what people say, but it's not true. But I think that he needs to get a divorce. Or give her oral sex. Or hire some hookers, because she's not going to change her ways. Because that's how those kind of people are. Husband initiates sex by lying on his back, naked and soft, waiting for me. Blow him about as long as we end up having actual intercourse, which can be hard on my neck. But I know this is what turns him on. My ex-boyfriends used to draw me to the bed with a hard-on in place and a sense of urgency. Although I think I am the sexiest I've ever been, I feel I'm not hot enough to elicit this response from my husband anymore. What do you think? I think that your husband is lazy. And he probably is also sending her to the kitchen to make him sandwiches and open beers for him while he watches football games. And that she should really just say, no honey, I'm not going to give you a blowjob, and just sit on his face. I'm really high. I'm like flying.
Feels good, man.
It feels like an orgasm is in my fingers.
Not your eyebrows.
It's more like my elbows this time. But she needs to sit on his face.
Sit on my face.
Well, because I don't think she realizes that if she took the initiative and concentrated on her own pleasure, he would probably start to see her as more of a sex object, which obviously right now he just doesn't. You know what I mean? So, men like to see women pleasure themselves, and that's the hard truth, because they think it's their doing, and it's really not, but they think it is. Well, actually, sometimes it is their doing, because, I mean, it sometimes is. Because sometimes I've come from other people doing that. You know what's funny? When I start talking and then I forget what I'm talking about. I keep going. 3 weeks.
What, Jade?
3 weeks after we started dating, my new girlfriend came into the bathroom while I was shaving and sat down to urinate. I told her not in front of me and left the room. Is it common for other people to pee in front of each other? I thought it lacked class and took the romance out of the situation, but she didn't think it was a big deal.
It's not a big
Weston has pooped while I was in the shower.
deal. I know roommates who share the bathroom while one's in the shower, one will be doing the bathroom.
I know friends like me and Emily that have gone in there and peed together while we do our own makeup.
Yeah, not a big
Farted
deal.
on the toilet next to each other because we're
Heathens.
we are heathens. That's a thing I think a lot of people don't realize. Like, girls are really gross, and sometimes I think they're even grosser than guys. Guys are just like more public about when they're gross, you know?
I think you think that everybody in the world has been pregnant.
A lot of people have. How else do we have all these people that are in the world? Money, anemone, anemone. Monopoly. Phenomenally.
Hey, you're saying it right.
I know, it seems to have gotten easier. Phenomenally.
What about rural?
Rural. I hate that word.
Why?
It's just weird. It's a weird word.
What about suburban?
Suburban. It's different. Suburban's good because it's got some buh. I like it the buh. It makes me think of...
I like it the buh.
I like... No. I like when there's a lot of bees because it makes me think of a bouncy ball. And not just because of the word, but because of when it goes up and down. I feel like that's what my tongue is doing in my mouth when I say suburb.
When my girlfriend and I have sex, she likes to be on top. I have no problem with that. But sometimes she flails her arms and hits me in the face. Any suggestions?
What the fuck? Who does that? Maybe she should do reverse cowboy? So that
Cowgirl.
Cowgirl? Well, either way, she's on top and backwards, and so that her arms aren't flailing and hitting him. How do you do that, though? Because I always have to use my hands when I always keep them on the chest. Helps keep me steady.
The guy in the magazine says, a helmet comes to mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's not very helpful.
Good one.
Okay.
My wife and I were fooling around, and she pulled down my pants to give me a blowjob. Suddenly she recoiled and said, "What the hell is that?" Turns out I had a small piece of tissue stuck on the head of my
Ew.
penis from when I had masturbated earlier in the day. She went to the bed and room and cried, and now she refuses to have sex with me. How can I convince her that masturbation is natural and that I still enjoy being with her?
This is absolutely a thing, and I'm not sure why. Because women masturbate all the time. Well, I mean, I guess I do. When I can find the goddamn time. I haven't lately. I haven't masturbated in a while. But for some reason, a lot of people are threatened by it. And I don't know how many people actually ever watch our things, but if you just need to know, girls, that it is absolutely normal. And that if you are really being that way, just think of it like going out to eat with a group of friends. That would be sex with a partner. And sitting at home in your big comfy chair with a blanket over you and a bowl of homemade noodles that you made all on your own. That's the difference. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean when I say that? Because I don't really either.
I like the analogy, though.
I'm trying to think of a way to, because it definitely worked, but because it's always, they're just completely two different things. It has nothing to do with you. Sitting at home eating food you ate on your own is sometimes more comfortable and better than going out to eat with your friends if you've had a long day and are tired.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Are you smelling what I'm stepping in?
Yeah, picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. I have a thing for mutual masturbation. Good. But if I stare at something long enough, it becomes two things.